Welcome to Hug and Jugs Lounge, where the vibe is always chill. Picture this: cozy seating, warm lighting, and laughter filling the air. Grab a drink, kick back, and let the good times roll. Whether you're here for a casual hangout or a special celebration, we've got you covered. Our menu? Delicious bites and refreshing drinks that hit the spot. And the best part? The friendly faces that make you feel right at home. Panel members are Upstate Trucker, Tiger Lily, Paul E., Hum Along, and Fireflies in the Sky. Thank you for being here.
Hey.
Hey, everyone.
Caribbean night tonight, everybody. It's gotta let everybody catch in. But yeah, we're gonna do Caribbean night, and hopefully. And let's. I really can't wait for. I can't wait till 30th. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. And we have, we're trying to get other stuff planned up and everything else. We're doing really good though.
Here's a link to our Discord if anyone wants to join. It is 100% free.
Yep. Junk mail. Junk mail. Got you don't have to have it on the. If you want to have it on yours, because everybody's in one there, they'll see your name.
What are you talking about?
Like if you hit.
I know where I can stream it on my channel as well.
Oh, okay.
I could. Yeah, go ahead and edit.
Yeah, it has it on. Yeah, it shows you different than mine. But that's alright. That's alright.
I ain't worried about it. Screw it.
Yeah, I'm not worried either.
I'm not worried either.
You're never worried. And no, Paul, no. Flat out no.
You pick on you while you're away from the computer. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nerds was funny.
No, I'm still in the shop. They're working on it went into started to go in D, right, due to what I've been trying to tell.
Okay, I muted Scott so nobody here needs to hear his conversation over the phone. That way he's safe. So I have you on mute, Scott. Hey, Paul, tell
Are
me
you
I
on
said
the
hi.
computer? Okay.
Hi, D.
Hi, Dee.
Hi.
Scott said,
I love D.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Anyone hear
How
me?
you doing?
Hi.
How you doing?
she's not good. They cut off her.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, come along. You need the StreamYard link, come on? Or you think you jump, you should be able to jump right up in here. Since you're, part of the group, you shouldn't have to have any problems.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna do trivia tonight, and just waiting for a couple more people to show up. I need to put my glasses on so I can see. Oh, yeah, if you type in StreamYards and come in, it should show my channel, or our channel. If you drop the thing saying Fireflies are always free, I gotta change that. But, that's the only thing I gotta change anymore. So you should be able to come in and come straight up. If you're having trouble, let me know and I'll just send you the link. Hello
You get
to the second lurker.
Oh.
We're going to try to get some trivia going up here. We got to get more people in to do trivia, folks. Unless someone wants to come up and do some funny videos.
That'd be cool.
All
We
right.
we could do Ask the Old Man. Like stuff
Yeah.
about the 70s. That
Yeah.
their parents won't tell them, or their grandparents. I don't know. Oh,
Come on. There we go.
hey, Scott.
Scott's on the phone.
Oh, okay. I was going to
Yeah,
ask
he's on
him
the
if he
phone, I
knows.
think with Cindy.
Okay. I was
And
going to
it's-
ask him if if he noticed that the diesel prices had gone down. Because our
Yeah,
gas
he
prices
should.
has dropped like 60 cents a gallon.
There you go, hum along. There we go. Let me take that off. Get him up.
Y'all
here
hear
first.
this? Oh, there we go. Finally.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey.
it wouldn't let you come up?
Turn
For
your
some
game
reason,
down a
when I
little bit.
log in, it's always my personal account. It never goes to that, managed group that we created. I'm not sure
Yeah.
why. I think I need to use an alternate URL or
Do
something
you have
like that.
do you have the drop thing down to Fireflies are always free?
Well, that might be why.
Because you have to have that. I'm going to change it to over to the Hugs and Loves. That's the only thing I got.
Yeah, the new channel looks good. Was this channel your personal one that you rebranded?
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Thank you.
What's up, OG and Scott? What's going on, gents?
I'm cooking dinner right now.
Nice.
Yeah. I have
Scott's
you
on-
muted, Scott.
Scott's on the phone, but now he's
There we
not.
go.
What's up?
There we go.
What you making for dinner, OG? Hey, what's going on, Scott?
You could call me Paul. I'm just.
Oh, Paul. There we go. Okay.
I should put a Paul collar around the cat. So
Y'all can call me Jay then. That's
yeah, don't call.
I go by that most of the time. Sometimes I go by son of a bitch, depending on who's talking to me.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. Calzone, some from Lidl that are actually made in
Nice.
Italy, and they're flash frozen and shrunk wrap, and they're very affordable.
That is nice.
Yeah, and some sauce and some big ass meatballs to go with it. So
My a while back, my girlfriend made me these cordon bleu balls. They're about the size of a little bit bigger than a golf ball each. So I thawed out 4 of those and putting them with some baked potato soup. Yeah, time to pull out meals for the cold weather. You know.
Yeah. We had macaroni and cheese with bacon and breadcrumbs.
Oh, I bet that was really good, especially when it's all mixed together.
Oh, it's delicious, along with little chunks of potato.
Oh, that sounds kind of like what I'm making.
There you go. I shared it with my father-in-law and I, because at the time Dan wasn't hungry, so he has his own tray.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Here it's something we haven't had for a while, so.
Yeah, that is a pretty good meal. Tomorrow I'm doing grilled cheese and tomato basil biscuits.
Ooh.
But it's just Campbell's has this fancy brand of soups that are really good, and normally they're like $3 or $4 a pop, but they had them BOGO, and I bought like 10 the last time I was at the store. The baked potato soup, the bisque, vegetable soup. So the vegetable soup, I'm just going to make some sweetened cornbread to go along with that. I think Krusty's is a brand of cornbread that I started using. It's pretty good. It's got a bit of honey in it. You don't have to add like sugar or anything but the mix.
Right. I got I was thinking about stuffed peppers tomorrow.
Oh, now that's some good eating.
Oh yeah.
I had Domino's today.
That's good too.
Yeah, it's only a freaking little sub.
I got an instant. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh yeah.
I got an Instant Pot about a year ago. I hadn't used it much, but I got a chunk of beef in the freezer, just enough to make like roast beef. So I got to pick up some vegetables this week. I get some fresh ones and chop them up. I got some broth, Better Than Bouillon, I think is the name of the broth to put in there, and it's going to be good. Like I think that meal alone yields 4 or 5 portions, and the ingredients might cost $15, $16 at most. So it's pretty good. You get fresh roast beef, almost like a stew. You can even shred it up and use it in other things. $4 a plate.
Wow. Yum.
You look at it and make sure it's okay.
Oh man. I've been up since like 8:30 this morning. Yeah, well, I didn't take my medicine this morning because it was already too late to take it.
Hi.
And I didn't want to take a chance of sleeping all day. And have you call Dan up and be like,
Yeah.
"There's another spay doc."
What are you doing?
I usually get up about 5:30, and I woke up about 4:45, because I had to hit the head. And of course, once you get up close to the time you got to wake up, your brain is just thinking about the day. So I said, all right, fuck it. I'll get some coffee and get the day going at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
watching Tales from the Crypt in the background, getting ready for Halloween.
Yeah.
30th is the event. It's on Thursday.
Oh, that's right. Thursday week.
Yep.
I better order that lucha mask while I can get it in time.
Yep. 30th is when we have our annual costume showing and having fun. So. Oh, shoot. And then I had a lovely surprise this morning. Go out in the hallway and everything, and had a present for me that my cat actually is doing her job. And so is my
Nice.
dog Star. I had to get stuff to clean up, but but I'm happy they're actually starting to do what they're supposed to do. Just wish they would do it outside. Take them outside a bit. And my animals like Ritz crackers. Yeah, I've been on that cracker too. I've been eating crackers. Keep my stomach settled. So, I'm surprised anybody's not coming in. Yep, getting to therapy today. I'm still not liking how he's walking. And the fact that his foot won't turn in. Like if you need to turn. They're concerned with that, and they're concerned with. I told Dean we need to take in to show him that red line, and the therapist's like, as long as you keep on putting on the ice and stuff, it should help. But his foot, I mean, as soon as he stands on his foot goes into a balloon. So I told him, I said, I think his body's might be ejecting that plate. And Central Station. So what are you working on, Hamon?
What's that?
I said, what do you work?
I don't know.
Cooking.
Someone's got some background noise.
That's probably Paul.
Hoo-ah. Not me.
I think it's Scott. Or maybe you, Jen.
No, my TV's muted. The
Oh.
only thing that's going is the birds.
Scott, I think you got something loud in the background, brother.
It's the TV. I'm in a little room.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. I can do noise reduction on the mic settings too. That'll help.
Yeah.
It's a Western. Theater, the Western kind of like it's a TV.
It's out in public. We have no control for out in public stuff.
No, Paul. No, flat out no, Paul. No, is it? No, Scott. Why you put that shit up there, man? What's wrong with you? Watching a movie while you're streaming. You think you're Angie or something? Stop it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'd be slamming beers down. So you're not home, right? You're at the shop,
he's at
maybe?
home.
Yeah. Yep, I'm at the shop.
Well, you still should be slamming beers. I don't know, man. Oh, man, that's got to suck. Waiting for something to happen. Hey, is the cheese and stuff melted good in the calzone?
I had to see one of the princes.
Oh, okay.
Tried it.
I'm sorry. All right.
I'll let you know.
Shit bag! You're off! Stop! Fucking stop!
I
They call
remember
themselves
that.
the Kool-Aid
I couldn't
Brigade.
help it.
There you go.
I said the Kool-Aid Brigade should fucking drink cyanide and arsenic and kill themselves.
Oh, God.
You remember?
Yeah, very well. The nightmares.
We gotta do. I should put some email rage clips together, like little 20-second clips, and just have a bunch of them to watch
Just
one day.
Clip
Yeah.
the moon thing. Just clip. the
Oh,
moon
I've got a clip of it, an animated GIF, a GIF. I'm ashamed to admit the time that I put into.
He's got a shitload of stuff.
He does. He's got a big. He's been online since like 2008 doing the YouTube thing.
Oh, yeah. And he turned 80.
He's not all together there. I mean, none of us, we're all a little crazy in life, right? But he may be a little more than most of us.
What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know either.
Emo who?
Emo what?
That's funny.
Yeah, he back, during the pandemic when like panels were huge because, everybody was at home. So people were doing, like you have 10 or 20 people that know each other. So one night we do a panel here. One night we do it on Paul's channel, next on Scott's channel, on Jim's channel. Emo was a part of that, but his whole thing is he had a lot of pick-me energy, or I think they call it main character syndrome.
Yeah.
And that's not going to bear out, especially online. It takes time to meet people and build up, trust.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to wait. And he would equate money with, that kind of success. And he thought he could be independently wealthy from just YouTube. And I think like maybe 1/1,000,000th of percent of YouTubers make enough money to live off of,
And it's not understanding when you go and someone else is viewing your thing, you're still getting credit for it.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not getting paid as much, but you're at least getting something.
Yeah, exactly.
It just takes a lot of time to build back up.
Well, yeah, it's that pocket watching thing. I've seen people do that before, where they look at another channel and the content and the membership, and you can go on like Social Blade. It'll give you an estimate of how much revenue that a channel might bring.
Right.
And people, how come I don't get the same revenue? Well, when you do a stream, you shouldn't cuss out your chat and ban all of them before you end the stream. That'll help.
Yeah.
That's what he does, Paul, is he'll do the stream and then start bitching about the people that are present in the chat, and he will ban every single one of them, including his mods, before shutting the stream down. So, of course, he does another one. Oh, those people can post because they've been banned. That's like just you might as well put your foot on stream and shoot it.
He doesn't understand the
that he
metrics.
had. He changed
How it
them.
works.
Yeah, well, it's just he's also patient and immature about it.
Yep.
can't take a joke. You know, you're going to get ribbed, and not everyone's going to like you, and people might even say a couple of nasty things here and there. The goal of that's like real life. Just don't even respond to it. Go about your business.
Right.
Yeah, don't even look at the chat.
Yep.
Chat roll. Yeah.
Yep. Don't give them things on the energy. And, you know, that's how you lose a lot of people.
On one stream, you know, I had a group of guys up there, and we ragged on them hard over the Lady Di thing. Then I found out, like you were telling me, he did pay back half, but he sent it to their own PayPal. So I did a community post, and I tagged them like, hey, I was wrong about this. You were telling the truth. You know, if I'm going to be fair, I need to point out when I didn't, you know, report the right information. Kind of hoping it would get him to think, all right, he's being fair. Maybe the interview would work, but it didn't get any kind of response.
No.
When he's talking on like Abe's channel, for instance, and I, you know, because Abe mods the room, so I'll go over there and chat, and as soon as I do, email goes silent. But I'm not trying to target him or make fun of him, especially on someone else's stream. You take your shoes off at the door when you're in someone's house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe one day he'll hear us here and get angry enough to do it. He actually reached out to me when I was tagging him, when I was looking at his videos on Rumble, and he said he would do a 15-minute interview, but he wanted $200. I'm not going to pay for jack shit, but I wrote back and said, all right, I'll do it, but half of that goes to Lady Di. Never heard back from him.
Shit.
Yeah, you got wall cows, and you have what I call small cows like him, just smaller figures online that kind of have crazy histories, and wanted to document him, you know, so if anybody was looking up cows in the future, they could find something. There's another one I covered named Gorgeous George. His real name is George Yared. He was a public access show person in Richmond, Virginia from like the 90s until now. And so like in the late 90s, people started posting clips of his show because it's horrible. And that started an online war, which goes to this day. And so he's the oldest continuous wall cow out there. He's been going at other people for 29 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so did a couple streams on him, you know, to get the word out there. I built an AI notebook, you know, where I added all the videos and other things I could find related to him, so it would build out like a lore. And I got a stream coming up Saturday. We're going to look at that notebook. You can ask it questions. It'll give you like an audio summary and things like that. So it'll be fun. It is. I did one for emo. It's an easy way to kind of chronicle and put everything together.
Right.
George also wrote a book called What's Causing All This, and I think he sold 3 copies. And what's funny is that he had a so-called friend named Roger, and the name of the group that goes back and forth with George, they call themselves the Goons. Well, the Goons interviewed Roger, and Roger slipped them a pre-publication copy of the book as a Word document. So I did a series of streams where I had AI read the book, and not only is the book horribly written, but it's just downright disgusting in places. He's the kind of guy that would take advantage of like an incapacitated woman, like she's passed out, drunk, or high.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he has, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He was such a pervert that he had this lady staying with him, and she was a full-blown heroin addict, IV heroin addict, but she broke into a business and slept in their boiler room. So she would have rather sleep in some random boiler room in the company than stay with him. Like, tells you all you need to know.
Yeah.
There you go.
His dad left him with $750,000 when he turned 21, and the deed to the childhood home. Fast forward from 20. When did this all happen? Like 2016 until today, he lost the house to foreclosure after getting a refi, blew all the money, and he literally lives in the van down by the river in Richmond. I kid you not.
Wow.
Yeah.
$750,000 and a free house. I get blowing money because it's easy to blow a lot, big stack of money if you're not paying attention because you think it's going to be there forever. But to lose a home. Oh, and with the money, his dad structured it right, so he would get paid out a certain amount every year. I think it was $75,000 a year for 10 years. George wasn't satisfied with that, so he went to one of those places that'll give you a lump sum, but of course they take a huge cut. So I think he had like $650 remaining, and so he went ahead and got the lump sum, and they gave him $490. Like
Wow.
he let them take a lot of money to do that.
Yeah, he should have just kept that annuity and just had that guaranteed every month.
Yeah.
And, yeah, with that you could even work part time, and supplement it, and it was $75,000 a year when you own your house is enough to live off of easily.
Plenty. That's
Mhm.
plenty of money.
Dedicate all your free time to your passions.
New York City, Beverly Hills.
Yeah, and the cost of living in Richmond isn't out of bounds or anything.
Okay, I
No,
think
it's
they're
just
watching
closer
our
to DC.
stream.
It just starts going up and up and up.
Yep.
Okay, they
I
must
wish
be
Chrome was.
watching
Are good.
on Locale Queens. They must be watching us because all of a sudden
Thank you.
they were putting on clown makeup.
They are clowns.
We don't have any viewers right now, so I'm not sure. We had one for a very short period there about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It'll take time for people to
That one.
navigate over. I wish my tablet would let me share out other things. I could show you all the notebook I'm talking about, but don't know that they'll let me do it.
Mount it bald underneath TOS. I don't care. Because I have one strike on my channel already. Not get wet was over, but it was stupid. That'll be going. Matter of fact, that should be going away in December. So
I'll be right back. I'm going to connect from my desktop. I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
all right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
What a beautiful day. Man.
He has to remember to slide down the
Mhm.
flights are always free. He's got to remember to put that on so that way he can jump right up. Not have any problems. And he's learning that slowly but surely. Oh, that's one of the good songs they're playing in the background. Softly, but good song.
Who's playing music? Not me.
Not on.
Yeah. it's a good song. Yeah, we just gotta get out there. We'll find a category that works. Yeah, it took me a while. Last time when I had my own channel and stuff before StreamYards and everything, there were pretty many people, and they kept the drama out of it, except for that one person I told you about. So, yeah, I made that thumbnail for Gamer. She really likes it. I'm gonna try to see if I could kind of do like the thumbnail like that for us if I can. That would really be cool. Oh. I gotta get out one night, maybe do an outside stream too. Trying to see what else. I'm gonna try, which I gotta figure out. I want to try to get it to where there's a game thing in the chat where, like, when people come in. What did he say? Yeah. Okay, hold on. If I can get the. There we go. And I'll remove
Who's that
the
like?
up here. That
Oh,
come along.
who's
Come along. I wait till he grabs it. I see him in here, and then I can erase it.
Yeah, I just looked in on the TV. Give you a like. So I got it.
Let's see.
I'm already subscribed. All right, cool.
Are you back in the kitchen,
Already
Gordon?
subscribed. No, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like halfway,
Okay.
maybe right between the kitchen and the laptop.
Hey, how does this sound?
There we go.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna bring up that notebook program I was telling you about. Pop that sucker open in a new window. I'll show you what I made for this George guy. All right, so here go back to.
Hold on. Do you know how to do? Would you know how to do that to where you can add games in the chat?
Yeah, like you mean if you add a bot to the chat, like what is it?
Like a game bot?
Do you have to add it through Nightbot or something like that?
Yeah, I don't want to use Nightbot because it glitches.
Can y'all see the thing on the screen that says Prime Uridian?
Let me bring it up
All right.
to full.
It's a program that Google has called Notebook LM, and LM stands for language model. And what you can do is just create a subject, and then you can link like MP3s, websites, notes, whatever you want, and it'll just compile all the information together and digest it into something. And so I made one for this gorgeous George guy. Like for instance, watch the audio overview that it made. This is really cool. I don't think it's already made one yet. But yeah, while we're waiting on it, let's see where I can ask a question like, who are George's enemies?
Right.
And it'll go through a lot of these there are something like 200 hours of recorded phone calls people have made with George where people pretended to be on his side and, kind of strung him along. So I added most of those. I added his book. And there's a podcast called The True Narrative where they go through his real history, and kind of separate fact from fiction. So yeah, once this gets created, I'll show you. Yes.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it spit all this stuff out. What's cool is it actually will reference where it got it from.
Isn't that kind of dangerous?
Kind of what?
Isn't that kind of dangerous?
No, it's just based on the stuff from these videos.
Okay.
The phone calls, the videos from the phone calls, the videos from the podcast that they do about him, and it just compiles all of it together and tries to make sense out of it. So you get a whole list of people. I'll show you one. The one I did on emo will kind of make more sense since we know a little bit about them.
Yeah.
Let's have it do.
I to the two lurkers that came in.
Like if we ask it who are emo's enemies, I put most of the streams that I did and just a few other emo streams on there.
Mm-hmm.
So there isn't much yet, but already it will compile information.
Oh yeah.
Thought it already did an audio. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, check.
shit.
Let's go back a little bit. Primary groups. He claims he trolls engaged is destroying his reputation, making his life miserable, stealing and illegally re-reaming. I think they meant restreaming. getting people
Yeah.
monetized, hacking his computer, creating impersonator accounts, and former allies. Hillbilly Man, Honest Abe, Mr. H, Hum Along, that's me. Where emo calls me Hum on my dick.
Yeah. Oh
Dragnaut,
yeah. He's a character.
he is. Rick Barry,
Rick Crude.
Barry, the
Oh,
pedophile.
God,
Yeah,
Rick Crude.
yep. Grampy Lobster, Gary Snowflake, Tatted Aviator. I don't know who that is. Carl 1982. I only saw him one time. Then he's got some former friends that I love this. Former friends and auditors lumped together as pussies. So he thinks that these people have abandoned him, you know. And here's a list of people that he's wished violent upon: Gary Snowflake, Autotron, No Justice, Josh, and Blue Life Matter douchebags, or balooshbags as he calls the police. Yeah, the lady died at sea. It was able to pull the information out of there. Not only that he owed her money, but he's tired of people holding it over his head. So he has enemies. He has so many enemies. They have to break it down into categories.
Damn.
Let's see. Who are Emo's friends? That might be a much shorter answer. So yeah,
Question mark pops up.
exactly.
I guarantee you don't have any friends right now.
Nope. I think you're right. Let's see. Who are Emo's friends?
I know.
Well, Mike, who's his husband, so he kind of has to.
Yeah.
And yeah, was actually able to put up, where Emo's talking about the health issues Mike's going. Emo's a pattern of eventually labeling almost forms. See, individuals Emo consider former friends who he later turned on.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Yep. Lady Di, Andrew, and you see what he calls these people when he gets mad at them, and it takes nothing for him to get mad at them.
Yep.
There was a First Amendment auditor outing that they had in Dallas, where they're going to do some cop watching, and it was a big thing. They're all getting together, and Emo was able to fundraise his way out there through PayPal. But apparently, they got out there on a Friday, and he was so annoying that the Saturday morning, the plan was for all of them to meet at, I think, 9 a.m. in the lobby of the hotel, and they were going to go their separate directions.
Right.
Well, they told Emo they were meeting at 10. So he shows up, and everyone is gone. And he was completely stiffed or ghosted, and he got so mad at that.
Well, he did show up at the one building. I don't, where Eric was at.
Where was that? But yeah, it even mentions about Nemesis, where Emo and Mike were supposedly renting a back room in Nemesis' mother's house.
Oh, yeah, that Nemesis, yeah.
Yeah, not the
Not
ours,
the
but
punk.
the one over there.
The drinking truck driver, I call Nemesis. There's two Nemesis. There's the one that drives truck, and then there's the other one, the young punk that was the porn bomb everybody.
That was probably that Nemesis. I think he spells his like Nemasis or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And so he asserts he has cancers. That's what is coming up here. He claims he has carcinoid syndrome, but he says it's quote unquote slow moving. It's been slow moving since 2007. So yeah, it's pretty interesting when you compile these different sources. The YouTube videos, any documents that you've got. Like if I shoot back over here to George, just see if it made the audio. Yeah. So I'm gonna play this to show you how AI puts together a
montage.
Yep.
All right.
I need a term. Here we go. All made by AI. These voices and all.
Oh, wow. Wow. So much stuff. So much to see. Hey guys, you
Is the audio playing for y'all?
No.
No, I don't hear the audio.
Ah, shit.
at all.
Okay. I was one. There we go. Let me see if I can. Might have to share out the. Let's see. Unshare. Share out. Oh, Chrome tab. Okay, so maybe this will do. Okay, also share tab audio. So tell me if this works.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're
Yeah.
getting into a conflict
Okay.
that
Okay, yeah.
really
Here we go.
started online but quickly spilled over. We're talking real world surveillance, serious legal threats.
And so, yeah, to set the stage for this, adding all those links, letting AI crunch all this information together, it created this as well. So it'll give you like a primer on whatever it is. You could study for a subject. You could cover a law call like I do. You can do pretty much anything.
And some
Oh,
pretty
wow.
intense personal stuff.
Absolutely. And the source material we have is, well, it's a lot. It's this chaotic mix of claims, counterclaims, mostly focused on this guy, George, or GG, and his opponents, the so-called goons, led by someone named Marty. The real challenge here is sorting fact from, the sheer volume of noise.
Yeah, trying to find the signal in all that static. Our mission today is to unpack this escalating war, focusing on the surveillance tactics, which are surprisingly sophisticated, the legal maneuvering, and maybe most importantly, the personal histories that seem to fuel everything.
It's quite the rabbit hole.
Okay, let's start with George himself. There's this huge contrast, right? He presents himself as this media figure, owner of the Gorgeous George show, claims it's been going for, 25 years?
Yeah, 25 years, that's the claim. He definitely sees himself as this persecuted figure, a target.
But then you look at what the sources say about his actual life.
Right. And it's a starkly different story. He's described as basically broke, sometimes sleeping in a rental car, maybe a minivan, struggling with housing.
So this massive disconnect between the persona, this kind of bravado, and the reality of his situation.
That gap seems to be exactly what drives so much of this. His need to maintain that image seems critical to him, and it makes him react intensely.
And the main person pushing back, Marty, seems to understand that vulnerability perfectly.
Marty. Yeah, he's framed as the mastermind behind the opposition, not just some random person online. The sources describe him as a foreigner, someone with significant resources.
And a pretty concerning alleged background, right? Mercenary work.
That's what the sources claim, specifically involvement with a group called Executive Outcomes. They operated in Angola and Sierra Leone back in the day, private military contracting.
Wow. Okay, so if that's true, we're talking about someone potentially applying skills learned in actual conflict zones against one guy.
It
He knows no military backgrounds. This is stuff he made
definitely
up.
changes the perspective.
Wow.
It suggests a huge imbalance in resources and maybe a certain ruthlessness or strategic mindset.
It makes you wonder about the motivation. Why invest so much in targeting George, who seems, well, relatively powerless in comparison?
Well, the sources suggest Marty has the money, hiring PIs, funding legal action.
Marty is this British guy who George thinks is Swedish, and he thinks this guy is like a multimillionaire, badass.
Is that the Marty that passed away?
No, that's Music Biz Marty. Marty, this guy calls himself Marty McFly, like the Back to the Future guy. So it's just a nickname.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's been one of the primary detractors of George. Speaking of which, though, rest in peace, Music Biz Marty.
It doesn't seem to be a problem for him. And there's that other detail. The alleged international red notice.
From Israel for financial crimes.
Yes. Now, a red notice, for listeners, is basically Interpol asking law enforcement worldwide to locate and potentially arrest someone for extradition. It's serious.
So even though the sources say the DOJ quashed it.
The fact that it apparently existed at all suggests Marty operated in some pretty high stakes financial or legal environments. It paints a picture of someone used to complex, perhaps confrontational situations.
Okay, so this isn't just trolling. It's a targeted campaign with significant backing.
That seems to be the implication, yes.
So let's talk tactics then, because they are intense. George's side seems reliant on direct threats.
Very direct. The sources document him making explicit threats of physical violence, things like putting someone in a permanent coma, strangulation, mentioning firearms, directed at Marty, Henry, others.
And he makes these threats openly.
Yeah, like on his show or in public posts. It feels performative, almost like he's trying to provoke a reaction he can then frame as persecution.
Right.
You know,
Right. Feed the narrative. And Marty's side, what are their tactics like?
more psychological, it seems, and surveillance heavy. There's mention of halo drops, like
Yeah, so people have actually flown drones over his house, and they even put a GPS tracker on his van to mess with him even more. Now, to me, like, that's poop touching. It goes further than what I would do, but it adds to the story.
high altitude parachute jumps into George's yard just to mess with him.
Seriously, like special ops just to freak
That
him
didn't
out?
happen.
That's the phrase used. Whether it actually happened or was just a threat, it shows the intent. Psychological warfare,
Yep.
keeping him paranoid, off balance, but maybe without direct physical contact.
And the surveillance is confirmed. George thinks he's being tracked constantly.
It does. And the opposition basically confirms it, but they say it's not necessarily super high-tech phone tracking all the time. They mention good old-fashioned detective work, private investigators.
So actual PIs on the ground.
Yeah. There's even a name mentioned, Henry Mitchell, allegedly spotted following George, showing up at a coffee shop called Rick's Rock Cafe after finding out George would be there.
How'd they know?
Apparently by befriending staff, maybe even meeting George's co-host, Roger. Classic PI stuff.
But there's also mention of
Oh,
physical
Jesus.
tracking devices on his car.
Yes. Magnetic trackers. The sources mentioned something about how a car wash should remove them, implying they've been physically placed.
Yeah, once he figured out what he thought, once he figured out he was being tracked, he went to a car detailing place and tried to have him find and remove it. They couldn't locate it and told him, "Oh no, there's nothing on your van." Well, they were wrong.
So it's a mix of methods.
And they're also digging
Yeah,
into
they
his
had it
online
under
life,
his
his
van.
attempts to make money.
Definitely.
Where they couldn't see it.
He's the DoorDash driver, and when he was doing his DoorDash deliveries around the pandemic, they were posting flyers around the town telling people that he had COVID and didn't wear a mask. I was like, Jesus
They admit
Christ.
to monitoring
people.
things like DoorDash driver forums he might be on,
There you go.
local yard sale groups, Discord channels.
Using that info to taunt him.
Exactly. They find out where he's delivering, what he's selling, and use those very specific details to mock him publicly or spread negative information. It's designed to be incredibly personal and invasive, undermine his attempts to earn money, connect with people.
Okay, so psychological pressure, surveillance, and then there's the legal front. George threatens lawsuits constantly, right? Copyright, defamation.
All the time. He talks about sending samples of his show to the law library as proof of copyright.
There we go.
Standard stuff for him.
But Marty's side has counter threats that sound much more serious. Perjury.
Yes, specifically related to DMCA takedown notices. The Digital Millennium Copyright
He's
Act
flag happy.
lets copyright holders request infringing material be removed.
Okay.
But if George is filing these claims falsely, say, on content he doesn't actually own the copyright to, that's potentially perjury, and the opposition seems ready to pursue that legally, that carries real weight, much more than the typical online spat. Possible criminal charges, significant legal costs if he loses.
And this ties into the surveillance, too, with that wrongful death lawsuit.
Correct. This is probably the most calculated part. Sources confirm there's a draft wrongful death suit ready to go related to George's ex-girlfriend, Jamie Whalen.
But they haven't filed it yet.
No. And the
Jamie Whalen is the woman I mentioned earlier that instead of staying with him, she went and slept in some random boiler room. He was so controlling that when she was there, he would cut her shoes and cut her pants so that she couldn't leave. Yeah, he's not a
reason
good
is chilling.
person.
They openly discuss waiting until George potentially gets access to assets like pensions. Then they'll serve him when there's actually something to seize.
So the tracking.
They literally justify tracking his vehicle now as protected litigation and investigation activity. They're investing in surveillance today to ensure a payout later. It's a long game.
That kind of strategic thinking explains why George seems to have trouble keeping allies. Like Saunders?
Right. Saunders apparently used to help George with some questionable lawsuits, but he flipped.
Why?
According to the sources, Marty threatened to expose Saunders' criminal record. He was allegedly a registered sex offender.
So Marty digs up dirt, not just on George, but on anyone supporting him.
damn.
It seems so.
Yep.
It shows the resources they.
Yeah, there was a guy named Michael Saunders. He made his money by advertising on Craigslist to help people file like basic legal motions. So he was, doing a whole series of catfishing calls with George, and he had a CD pass himself. So in exchange for him working for the goons, someone dropped it. I'm like, hey, you have this stuff going on, so work for us, and we'll let the world know. And he worked.
They
with
have
him.
for background checks and their willingness to use that information as leverage. pure threat-based manipulation to isolate George.
Which leaves George relying on people like Kristen, who the opposition dismisses pretty harshly.
Yeah, she's called trailer trash, a lunatic in the source material.
Yeah.
Yeah, his friend Kristen is known as, I kid you not, Richmond, Virginia's #1 afternoon stripper at the dance club she works at. She's also a QAnon follower, so she's crazy as batshit.
But George seems to lean on her heavily for advice, for support. It just highlights how isolated he might be, how desperate for any ally, regardless of how others see him.
Okay, we have to talk about the really personal, tragic elements
Oh,
here.
that's right. I keep forgetting.
Starting with Jamie Whalen,
I'm out here.
George presents it as this
I
great
do this,
story.
and then
He
I
does.
remember.
But the sources paint a very different picture. Jamie, who struggled with heroin addiction, apparently saw him as just a friend initially, until he became aggressive, possessive.
She called his home a house of horrors.
That's the quote
Hold on.
mentioned.
Mhm.
And that she often tried to sleep elsewhere.
It
It suggests
What
she
are
felt
you
unsafe,
doing, mister?
trapped maybe.
And she filed a restraining order.
She did. George hired a lawyer, apparently paid $1,000 to fight it.
And he won.
He won because Jamie overslept and missed the court hearing. A default win, basically. Not based on the facts of her claims, but on her circumstances. It's a really sad detail.
And then her death. The sources connect it directly to George's actions.
They draw a very direct line. Apparently, George reported her on an outstanding warrant. This forced her into detox.
Yeah, he got mad at her. This is a chain of events. It's his fault. He was pissed at her because she didn't want anything to do with him. He knew she had an outstanding warrant, so he calls the police. Now, bear in mind, she is an IV heroin addict, unfortunately. Well, in jail, she detoxed. And when she got out, she went to get more heroin. Of course, when that happens, you're injecting way more than your tolerance can handle, and it unfortunately
Right.
killed her. So had he not been
Oh,
a selfish
man.
asshole and called the PD, none of that would have happened.
Detox.
Which lowered her tolerance to opioids.
Exactly. The argument is that when she was released and inevitably used again, her body couldn't handle the dose she
Well,
might
there we
have
go.
previously. The opponents
Damn.
explicitly blame George, saying his reporting her effectively signed her death warrant.
That's incredibly heavy. And it fuels the wrongful death suit threat.
Immensely. It provides a powerful moral and potentially legal justification for their campaign against him.
This pattern of, well, alleged neglect or prioritizing himself seems to repeat, like with his dog.
Fontaine, yeah.
Yeah.
The story is George borrowed money from someone named Angela, supposedly for vet care. The dog
Yeah, this lady Angela, who tried to help him out years ago, and of course doesn't like him now. He borrowed $300 for her, saying, "Oh, this is for vet care for my dog." He went on eBay and ordered a green suit with the money.
had
Oh,
seizures,
wow.
bleeding, serious issues.
But he didn't use it for the vet.
Oh, there you go.
Damn.
Allegedly used it to pay his electricity bill instead. Again, the narrative
No,
is one
he
of
bought us-
prioritizing his immediate needs over the welfare of someone or something, depending on him.
And then there are the constant comments about hygiene, people smelling his car.
Right. DoorDash customers, associates, complaints about filth.
He is so disgusting that now he's living in his van. He has bed bugs in his van.
He dismisses it all as just
Yeah.
more persecution, paranoia generated by his enemies.
But it all fits into this larger picture, doesn't it? A life seemingly falling apart, yet every negative detail, every attack just becomes more content for his narrative.
Yeah, after this is done, I got a short video where somebody actually went into his house and took pictures before the bank took it over, and you will not believe how disgusting it is.
He absorbs it all and reflects it back out
Okay, wait
as
till
part
I
of this
finish
ongoing
eating.
drama, this spectacle he seems to need.
So wrapping this up, we've looked at everything from alleged mercenary backgrounds and PIs putting trackers on cars to really complex legal strategies aimed at future assets and these deeply tragic personal stories.
That's a lot to take in.
And the core contradiction is still George himself. He says constantly, I want this to end. But his actions, the threats, the responses, the constant engagement.
He fuels it. He ensures he stays at the center. It's almost like he needs the conflict as much as he claims to hate
He
it.
does.
It really suggests
He
this
wants
bizarre
the
code.
attention. It's the wrong kind he's going to be getting.
That's exactly right, Jen. Like he's like all these other ones. You know, they complain about what the trolls do, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But if the thing about these lolcows is they'll get mad, going, "Well, no one should made fun of me for saying blah blah or doing blah blah." And the point is, like, if you didn't do or say the shit that you did, nobody would be saying anything about you. It's your
Exactly.
behavior. that makes people
Codependency.
respond.
George needs Marty and the goons to be the villains in his story, and maybe they need him as this target, this focus for their operations.
It certainly looks like a self-perpetuating cycle,
Yeah.
fueled by obsession, paranoia, maybe a need for attention on both sides, even if it's negative attention. And underneath it all, real risks, real danger.
Which brings us to a final thought for you listening. When you think about the level of real world danger here, we're talking potential violence, alleged mercenary connections.
All right, that was let me find the video for that house. It's a very short one. It's only like 10 minutes, but you got to see how disgusting this is.
Oh, I know another thing I gotta put up here. Give me 1 second. Make sure that we're covered.
Where?
Put this all back up here.
Whoops. Oh, there's Captain Corbin. All right, let me find his.
That's a wow. That is like.
Where's that video at?
That program is like wow.
Pretty neat, isn't it? When all that it can do. Oh, here we go. The horrors of Stony Creek Drive. All right, let me bring this one up. Make sure it works. Whoops. All right, here we go. Let me go back. Share from StreamYard. Share screen.
Given to this, at least not as much as I think it deserved. For many years, there had been lots of accusations thrown toward GG about the state of his house. I think Sean even pointed out in the comments that he had been tipped off many times about George's house and how filthy it was.
Can you turn it up a little bit?
That's kind of one of the amazing things is that over the years, there have been a lot of things.
It looks like it's about as loud as it goes. Let me check my mixer and see if I can't make it any louder. No, I think that's as loud as it goes. See if it.
And a lot of it has turned out to be true. Probably the majority.
Oh wait, actually, I have a volume tab. I can make that louder here. Let me hit play.
I think the Real Tricks Rabbit back in maybe 2009 or so, 2010, said that George was, I think, something like $50,000 in debt or $80,000 in debt.
How's
Turned out
that?
to be far worse than that. But
That's better.
accusations like the debt, the bankruptcy, the fact that he's a hoarder, all that stuff turned out to be true. So it's with that in mind, I thought we would take a look at some of these pictures from inside the mansion, the Banks mansion, and just talk about them a little bit. Now, this first one here, what's interesting to me about this first one is there's no jizz stain. Did he dye his hair back then? I mean, I could see being a kid having that big white splotch in your hair would be embarrassing, and if his psyche wasn't already dead.
Yeah, his hairstyle. He's known for having a big white streak in his hair that's just natural.
Damage.
Yeah,
that might be
that's what they're talking
for a
about.
kid because it'd just be so weird, and he's a weird guy in the first place. So that having that thing that's different about him wouldn't have been easy. But you see this picture, kind of creepy. We're just gonna call it like it is, and it's a creepy picture, creepy look in his eye. Yeah, so really strange that there's no white splotch in the hair on this one. I would love to know if he did dye his hair back then. This right here is my kitchen, okay? Funny thing about this, well, there's many funny.
What's hilarious is the only thing on the wall is a Ric Flair plaque. See it there in the back? But take a look at the fridge and how dirty the handprints are around the handle.
Yeah. Look at the wall.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
The wall by the light switch.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, Jesus. And all the scuff marks.
Things about this.
Damn,
First off,
that looks like my,
he did shoot
roommate
several
tearing
videos.
down our third room.
Looks like Emo's house, doesn't it?
Yeah, sort of that too.
In his kitchen over the years, and he always was very, very careful to shoot in certain spots so you couldn't see just how disgusting it is in there. Now, what I want to know is how are you a 50-year-old man and you got a picture of a goddamn wrestler on your wall? I mean, seriously, how? Then you look at the fridge, and there's just grime caked all over the door in one spot, and I bet that's the spot that his fingernails brushed against the door of the fridge every time he opened it.
How
And one
disgusting
of
is
his
that?
anecdotes about his dad, I think it was in the documentary, he mentioned about how, boy, get out of that refrigerator, something like that. And you can see from all the dirt all over right by the handle, he probably wasn't there constantly. Now, if you look at some of this trash on the table here, it's just kind of mind-boggling, the collection of shit there.
It is. Wait till you see the other rooms coming
How
up.
could anybody live surrounded by that? In the Starbucks cup, looks like some kind of Skippy peanut butter wrapper, and then there's a Kroger brand peanut butter, plastic bags everywhere.
Oh yeah, the
I think it's
pizza
a
boxes.
WKRP in Cincinnati
Looks like
DVD.
groceries in a bag that never got put away.
Man, I mean, for as in debt as he was, you can tell he kind of had the mentality of a 10-year-old. It still does, with absolutely no priorities. Obviously, cleaning the house wasn't a priority. Why are you buying WKRP in Cincinnati DVDs if you're that much in debt? How can you not prioritize what little money you have and put it toward saving your house? This is just
Oh my lord.
incredibly disturbing looking at this picture and all the trash there.
Hey Scott, you got
Okay,
some
you pause it
background
1
audio
second.
bleed going on, man. What was that?
If
Jim?
it's a TV,
Yeah, it's a TV over
I don't know.
he's at the shop
It's
at.
coming through the microphone though.
Yeah, there's nothing I
He
can
really
do.
couldn't be bothered to throw
Oh,
away
okay.
The
his
people
used
that just
Starbucks
came
cup.
in were
You have to wonder
reviewing
how
the
long that cup
documentary.
lived there.
Yeah, we're watching some videos on a lolcow named Gorgeous George. Longest running lolcow out there. He's been going back and forth with people on the internet for about 29 years. And this video is someone snuck into his house just before the bank repossessed it and got this footage to show just how disgusting he lived.
Just absolutely disturbing to look at this.
Look at that.
And another shot.
Oh
man.
my lord.
I almost don't even know what to say about this one. You can kind of see a little bit of the.
Real quick, do you see on the windowsill right there, he's got some bobbleheads, right?
Yeah.
Whoever got into the house took a couple of bobbleheads, and George's father's buried out at some local cemetery. Someone made a video where they took the two bobbleheads to his father's headstone and then smashed them with a hammer.
Oh.
Like these people, like I said, it's touching the poop, and they go hard. I can't condone it because that's a little bit too much, but it happened, you know.
I don't even want to call it a living room because how could you live in there? But you can kind of see a bit of another shot that we'll talk about more in depth later. But here looks like this is probably the entryway, maybe the famous door that he tells people to knock on. But just like the Ric Flair thing, how are you going to have bobbleheads right in your entryway? Nothing screams more how immature he is mentally than having these bobbleheads right in the entryway. I can't imagine having guests over and the first thing that they're going to see are my toys if I'm an adult. Now I'm
It's the only clear
into
spot. to
whatever I'm
put 'em.
into, but
What's that up, Paul?
It's the only clear spot to put them.
Right there in the walkway. Yeah, you can kind of see if he created a path straight down in front of all of this shit. Like I think that is a couch on the back right there, and you can see his laptop next to it. This is where when he made his videos
sure
back
he
in
never
like
had News Now Tammy Linman living with them? Because that's what he does.
he had that chick Jamie living with him with the house in this condition.
Oh,
to have that be a focal point when people first enter your
Disgusting.
house, that's just weird.
It's one of those you have to see it to believe it things.
yeah.
And not as embarrassed as I would be if I had all that trash sitting there. You have to wonder what people like Kevin thought when they came over. And even poor Jamie, that she probably had to be drugged up to come in there and see and live around all this stuff. And I can see down below that end table, there's another Starbucks cup. You have to wonder, are these mementos for him?
He has this thing about Starbucks where he goes and gets some kind of Irish cream latte. But this, I mentioned that because I want to give an example of how much of a creep he is. There was some Starbucks near where he lived, and he would go in there every day, and there was some assistant manager, you know, customer service, you have to be nice to people. But when a woman is nice to George, he thinks that it's love. So after going to this coffee shop about 5 days a week for 2 weeks, he sends 24 roses to this woman. And it was so creepy that she asked to be reassigned to a Starbucks further away.
Is he fantasizing about the girls?
And he's
serving
he's
girls
that
or
kind of
something? Is that
creep.
why he kept him? Oh,
Damn.
God. Just absolute filth everywhere. You could probably make the argument that some of this was exacerbated by the fact that he had to move out as quickly as he did. But at the same time, we caught a glimpse in one of his older videos where he accidentally turned the camera around and showed all the dirt and grime underneath his office desk. So we know that this is at least partially the natural state of this place, which again is just, it's scary. Also on that table there, you can see a copy of the National Enquirer. You know, that's a magazine that
highbrow reading right there.
Senior citizen women buy. I can't even imagine a woman under maybe 40 years old is buying a copy of that, and there's George with the buying habits and interests of a old woman.
Oh my
Again,
God.
priorities. He spent money on a copy of the Enquirer. I don't think they're expensive. I honestly have no idea how much they actually are, but still, come on, priorities. And you're spending your time reading that. Apparently, as you say, you work like a dog, but in your free time, damn, isn't there something you'd rather do than read a magazine dedicated to the interests of an old woman that's obsessed with celebrities? Very, very strange. And here is that living room picture that I mentioned earlier. And what a doozy it is.
Yeah, I like to point out, if you look on the floor of that laptop is just to the left, that's a water dish and a food dish for his dog that he had at the time. Fortunately, somebody actually got in and got his dog and was able to get it to a much better home. But the place was so messy that his dog slipped and hurt its back hind quarter.
The first thing that jumps out to me is all these fucking cans of Coke. I see two over by the laptop, and goddamn, he's got a monitor right next to a laptop, and you can see the screen. It's just absolutely disgusting. But anyway, 2 cans there. Then that casserole dish full of dog food. There's another Coke can there. Then over by the couch, there's another one there. It's almost like those empty rolls of toilet paper that he had in the bathroom.
Like these Coke cans, how many fucking steps does it take to make it to the trash can? And here's a better idea. Buy a small trash can to place in the corner of that room, get off your ass, and put those cans in there when you're done. But that's too much.
That was just
Him
strange.
and Beauty would make a perfect
And speaking of
couple.
which, yeah,
That's a good point. Like, I mean, everybody's got a little clutter they want to clean. Everybody's got a little, sprucing up that they want to do. This is just absolute neglect. Again, this man has no job. He had all the time in the world to clean this stuff, but never did.
I think there was stool softener and empty rolls of toilet paper collected. It kind of explains his fascination with talking about feces and stool and all the doxadan and shit like that he always talks about. And I can't remember who pointed out that that's a replica lamp from A Christmas Story. And again, in A Christmas Story, the mother was absolutely horrified at how tacky it was, and here's Gigi proudly displaying it in his hovel. Just absolutely disgusting. You can see too over in the if I was willing to take more time, I would edit this and have circle things that I'm talking about, but I don't have the time for that. But over in the
yeah, real quick, this is the guy I'm streaming about on Saturday for anyone that's interested.
you can see the stack of VHS tapes, like just kind of strewn about on the shelf there. I remember when I upgraded to DVD a long time ago, got rid of all my VHS. That goes back to the hoarder aspect of him, hoarding these things that he doesn't need, this useless stuff. And there's the what did Mike Saunders call it, the pissed on dog rug, and the the karate trophies, and a mirror that looks so dirty you couldn't even see yourself in it, which for him I guess is a good thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the office desk. I always assumed that he had that office desk in an actual office room and not in the corner of his living room. That's just very strange. I would assume he has enough rooms to vote one to an office at the very least, but maybe those rooms were the ones that were so destroyed and the floor was so fucked up that he couldn't put anything in there. Who knows? Looks like a green blanket on the couch over there.
I mean, with all that money he had, the hundreds of thousands of dollars, as disgusting as it is, as bad as the interior looks, he could have paid a professional company to come in and clean it up, do some remodeling, the walls, get some new carpet. Nope. He instead took like over 30 trips to Vegas in the span of 5 years.
Wonder if he
Damn, I'm surprised he
slept
didn't
on that.
get banned from Vegas.
On one of these trips, he took a woman out there with him who was a meth addict who already had a boyfriend, and he thought that she was the one. So he went and bought a $15,000 engagement ring and proposed to her, right? The very next day, she pawned it for meth.
Couch.
Right.
I see a can of Raid too, which doesn't really surprise me. Over by the couch, near that Coke can.
He was, for the longest time since his house was so fucked, he was actually sleeping in his basement on just a bare mattress, and he would complain about lizards that would crawl over him when he slept at night.
You have to imagine he's got an absolute army of roaches in that place. That I'm surprised you can't see any with the lights on. But man, they must come out of the woodwork once.
That's because they
that light
scatter when
goes
the
off.
light's on.
What's up with that clock too? There's a clock
Some
over
of them
there in the
do.
corner. Just, I think there's a couple cans of Raid now that I'm thinking about it and looking more closely. Wow.
Oh,
This
This is just stunning that anyone could willingly live in filth this way. And then you can see on the shelf over there is an absolute layer of dust, thick layer of dust, riding the.
Yeah, check this out. Look at the hutch or cabinet, whatever is on the left. Look at the lip.
Damn.
Right, you can see the color of the wood, and it's so much dust you can't tell what color the wood is. And that's not just dust; that's that thick, sticky kind of dust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't use Pledge and a paper towel to get it off. You got to get a scrub brush.
The ridge of that shelf, and even on the open doors there, just amazing, absolutely amazing. Well, I don't think any of us could have imagined that it was this bad. I think we imagined it was probably bad, especially from the glimpse we got early on in one of the videos that he made. We could tell that it was bad, but I mean, this is just on a whole other level. It really is. Also makes me think of back in the day, we found a listing for a Yared cleaning service. Now imagine that. This guy.
Yeah, for a short period of time, he started a small business advertising cleaning services.
Oh, geez.
Normally you want to have pictures of work that you've done, or maybe you want to have clients come over. So you want a clean house, have it in order.
Yeah.
No, not this case. He just wanted to rip people off.
Who kept his house in this state was offering to go clean other people's houses. Wow. Just let that sink in for a minute. This guy had a cleaning service. Unreal. Just absolutely unreal. Now here's a closer shot of that.
Look at how disgusting that mirror is.
Oh my God.
I've got a mirror in my living room. I got the mirror in the bathroom, and I clean once a week, and I use surface cleaner to clean them down. But that's not just one layer of dust. That's the kind where if you were to spray and wipe with a towel, it would there'd be still some there.
Everywhere.
Yep. And on the bottom left, the smear is so bad it's creating that light refraction. Like light should just normally reflect back with no distortion.
Got a rainbow.
Yeah, rainbow. There you go.
Yep.
And look at that air purifier. Look at the dirty dust on it.
Dude, you got to clean them things so they work. And
exactly. Yeah.
Not
this guy.
Office desk. That's a really weird looking desk. Very, very small. But it looks like maybe a can of soda or something on there. I can't tell what that is. Looks like some basketball player or something. And maybe a toy of the Flash by that blue car. Just really odd. Then there's that fan The trophies caked in dust.
Well, you can tell you
dirt.
never got taught the.
It almost looks like other toys
Yep,
over
exactly.
there. I can't tell what that is, like Barbie dolls or something. So on this one, I went ahead and
What, bro?
Yeah, so let me show the. Of course, it's blurred out, so it's YouTube safe. This woman, I think it's either Sue or it was a, we'll just say sex worker that he hired and took a picture of her while she was there. But look at the dirt on that copier printer.
Oh.
Yeah.
edited out some of the nudity there.
That's
I
not
can
good.
just imagine
Dust is
the
evil
strike I would
for
get
printers and
from
copiers.
GG reporting something like that. So I took that out of there. But again, we can see on the printer there, just dog hair.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, I showed this video one of the streams that I did. And I didn't have any trouble with YouTube over that censor picture, so don't sweat
and
it.
Dirt, and dust,
Right.
caked all over. It looks like there's a couple smudges where he pressed a button or something, but that thing is just absolutely layered in filth.
Oh my god.
And then we see looks like another VHS tape or something like that. I can't tell if that's a porn or what it is.
Sorry, I don't want it made me
Your
laugh.
baby never looked good in blue. I have no idea what that is. And then underneath that, or not underneath it, but right next to it, this is kind of funny. There's looks like the case for Don't Say a Word, which I might be wrong, but I think it was a Brittany Murphy movie. And George always had a thing for Brittany Murphy, and he claimed that Sue looked like Brittany Murphy. Maybe if Brittany Murphy had a Down syndrome sister or something, Sue would be a dead ringer for her. But yeah, sorry, Brittany Murphy, she ain't. Now, up and to the right of the picture of the naked chick, you can see pictures of George flexing. And I think these pictures were on his website. There's a bunch of pictures of himself.
Oh, these are great.
Where he's flexing his non-existent muscles, which I always thought that those pictures were funny because he has no definition, and his hands are tiny. It looks like the pose of a kid, like a kid flexing his muscles that it doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, if you look in the top right-hand corner, just there's like that ribbon or lanyard or whatever, just underneath it.
Yeah.
Turn to the side, you'll see a guy flexing his arms.
Yeah.
He has no definition. He's just fat, and he thinks that it's muscle.
How to
That's
actually
not muscle.
He intentionally made those pictures to post on his website and to give out to fans.
flex. That's what George is doing there. And those pictures are old as shit because I think they were on his website many, many years ago. And so there they are, just sitting out. It looks like also that picture of him in the suit jacket, looking smug. That's there as well. But yeah, look at the floor. Looks like, I think that's a KFC cup. God, I think down on the right, next to the leg of that table, is a KFC cup.
Yeah.
And then some kind of bill or something underneath the leg of that table. Oh my god, it's just insane that it can be this dirty.
Isn't
and
it?
I think over again up by the pictures of George, it looks like a piece of caramel corn or something. I'm surprised food
Yeah, right.
isn't scarfed to me.
It's kind of ironic that in the top right-hand corner, there's a brochure with the word "try."
Right.
Right in front of it, looks like a fossilized piece of popcorn.
Immediately in there. Oh Jesus!
I'll never eat popcorn again.
Me neither. Not caramel
Looks like
corn.
something from AAA there. That almost looks like a camera strap or something, but a really tacky one. So it looks like this is a close-up or a closer-up picture of some of the trash that's in there. Now, the interesting thing about this one is that this looks like I can't tell if it's a business card or...
Yeah, so George started he started, those coupon magazines you get for free or little circulars in cities that come out once a week. He started one called Money Clip Magazine. He got two Russian dudes to invest money to get it going. So instead of selling them and trying to make a profit, George took off with the money. And for years, these guys were trying to track him down to get their return.
Oh boy.
It's just that's how he is.
Something like that. But this is information about George from when he was an account executive at Money Clip Magazine. I don't think he's had that job since maybe around 2010. Somehow, well, we know how, But I was gonna say somehow that managed to hang around in his house, to be out there. I don't even understand how you.
I think this video was put together in 2018. So he still has these
Wow.
8+ years old business cards just laying about.
You could have that just floating around, and it's had to have been 10 years or
well,
so
there we
that
go.
it's just been floating around. Again, the way Sean said on the radio, I think it was a radio show or one of his calls, bankruptcy, bankruptcy, bankruptcy. Well, in this case, you could say hoarder, hoarder, hoarder.
What pisses George off now is that people refer to this as the bank's house. Oh, he didn't like that.
There's no better proof than this, that he's got this thing sitting
But that
there
house needs
after
to be
all these
condemned.
years. Sickening.
And he's
There are a lot of things you can say about George.
I forgot about this drawing.
I don't think anything sums him up better than
Oh
this.
God.
Now this picture of
That picture looks worse than the airbrushing you get on the beach.
him and
Yeah.
Sue came from an actual photo that he had with her. And obviously he took it to someone and then paid them to draw it in this heart. And then he displayed it at home.
With no frame, not protected.
Damn.
And this is a woman who, from the sound of it, and I could be wrong, but from the sound of it, he only really knew her for a couple days. It was a fling in Vegas, but he held it so close to his heart for years and years and years, and to the point where this is, I think this stuff happened in the early
Yeah, she's the one that hawked the ring from meth.
2000s, and here it is,
Nice.
almost 20 years later, and he's displaying this picture of the two of them together. It's really sad, very, very sad. And much like the other pictures you can see on the panes of the glass there, just dust, thick dust. He should have hired yard cleaning services to come clean it.
Hire himself to clean. That was a pretty good idea.
We're getting toward the end of the pictures here. This one I think most of us have seen before. I think it was on his website, and you can see George's handwriting, so obviously it was George that wrote this, and it says, "Gorgeous George's true love. Sue had a baby with him and name it." Now look at this. He wrote "and name," not named. And this is a typical Georgism where he has trouble with tenses. And name it Kevin Jane, not knowing if it was boy or girl, not a boy or girl, what was boy or girl.
You can tell when somebody is a bit illiterate when they can't. You could write, capital for the first word letter, and then the rest of it. And he just writes in a mix of upper and lowercase with no consistency.
Right.
Typical George here. And again, this is something I think that was around many years ago, and the fact that it's still sitting there all these years later, just
Hey, welcome
well,
back.
you already know. I don't even need to say it.
It's creepy as it is, that picture.
And there's the Bank of America, some kind of statement there, and again, dirt, dust all over the place. And this is the last picture we're going to talk about.
Oh my
That's-
God.
Yeah, that's his mother on the left, and that little small frame at the bottom is his dad. He told everybody that his father worked for United States Tobacco Company, and his job was to make cigarettes more addictive. Well, it turns out he was just a janitor. I mean, there's nothing wrong. A job is a job. As a janitor,
Yeah,
he was
it's a
able
job,
to
it's money coming in.
exactly, and he did so well that he was able to pay the house off, give George the note, and have all that money set aside for him.
This one, obviously, an
But his
alternate
dad
shot
hated him.
of George's picture of him as a kid. Some of his, who I presume are relatives. More toys. Another example of him spending his money wisely on Cowboys memorabilia. And then sore throat spray. Insert your glory hole joke here. Ratty books and a dirty window looking out into.
Yeah, there used to be this place in Richmond called Fieldins, and I think Fieldins might have been a gay club. I'm not totally sure, but these people started a running joke that George managed the glory.
Hello?
He always has to remind people, I'm not gay. Gay people are disgusting. He does it so much to where you realize he's probably gay himself. It's like a projection.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're gay, you're gay. No big deal. But he's turned it into like self-hating homophobia.
The world.
Yeah.
A world that is far cleaner, far less depressing than the interior of 1307. Now, Marty made an interesting comment when he released these pictures. He made it sound, and I can't quote him because I don't remember exactly what he said, but he made it sound as if George left all this stuff, that somebody came in immediately afterward and shot these pictures.
Yeah, because George, of course, he didn't plan. He had no money left. He waited till the last minute to move. He had a small U-Haul, and instead of getting keepsakes and memorabilia, he made sure to get the gumball machines from his garage. The reason he had gumball machines is he actually had a business refilling gumball machines, and he thought that those were more important than family heirlooms. Let
In
that
the aftermath
sink
of
in.
him leaving. So he wasn't currently living in this house when the pictures were taken, is what I am taking from this. So all these things, he kept talking about his childhood home and how it had all these memories and significance for him. But he apparently left all this stuff, or maybe he was in the middle of moving when somebody came in and took these pictures. I don't know. I don't know if he did save this stuff. I wish there was a shot of the jukebox. I always found that jukebox in his bankruptcy papers. The idea that's so funny. I wonder, did his father buy that jukebox or did he buy it himself? And I would kind of lean toward him buying it himself with the money that he had when he was a high roller, because it would be, again, another good example of him spending his money foolishly. But it's also it's crazy to think that maybe he did leave all this stuff, and all this stuff ended up in a landfill. And you could say that the interior of his house was the closest thing to a landfill as it could be anyway. But to leave all of these pictures behind, his legacy, his father's legacy, kind of hard to believe. But man, you think too that George would see these pictures and just maybe it would click for him the way he was living and the way he's currently living, and to get his shit together. Because you think about it, continuing on as a DoorDash driver, that's not tenable. You're not making enough money to make ends meet. And all the money you're making is going into keeping that van running, where the best thing you could do would be to get a job that doesn't use that van, save that money, so you can get a place to live. What kind of existence is it living in a roach motel? And you're one serious disaster away from really being in trouble. Something happens to that van or something.
Yeah, he has a huge hernia on his belly. They jokingly call it the gunt dong, but he's 59, and when that thing ruptures, like, his body's going to be subject to sepsis. But he won't get it taken care of. But here's another. I think we have time to watch this. This is actually maybe not. We can watch a part of it. Somebody got a copy of his bankruptcy papers.
That's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's go back here. So yeah, I don't want to kill the whole stream today with that, but that's kind of a sneak peek at George, the interesting individual that he is.
Yep. Wow. Wow.
He is a special kind of guy. I'd say very special. Very, very special.
Yeah, he's like mentally 12 years old.
Yeah, you're right. He absolutely is. Even his like Gorgeous George show streams and stuff like that. Yeah, he's of all those public access shows he did. For that stream I'm doing, one of the things I've got to do is take clips of the most disgusting parts of it. I do have something funny that I can share that won't take very long. Let me see if I can find it.
We need a palate cleanse, please.
All right, here we go. I got a palate cleanse for you. All right, stand by. This is George trying to sing. He's a karaoke guy, but he's horrible. And the way he sings, it sounds like the way William Shatner kind of talks. But yeah, enjoy this one. Let me put it up. It's safe to watch. It's only about 3 minutes, and it will definitely cleanse the palate. Let's see. Share screen. All right, get ready for some action. Oh wait, that's not. I wanted to share the other one out. Sorry, that's the wrong window. Same video, just wrong window. Share screen tab. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
That's his friend Watt. Watt on the left hand side. Whoops. One speed.
Is that George?
That is. That's George.
Oh shit.
I want you to also look at how dirty his fingernails are.
Ah,
Oh,
I'm bringing
God.
sexy back. Oh, yes, I am. I'm bringing sexy back
I'm trying to get a still of his teeth.
because I'm so beautiful. I got the yellow jacket on. I got a large cock, and I'm bringing it right back. Ladies, stand there. Play with yourselves, because you know that I'm here, and I want to do it to you. I can, and I'm bringing it to you with the gray streak in my hair and the beautiful Adonis look body and the yellow jacket.
This is so bad.
Oh,
Look at her
God.
and his watch with the elks on his shirt, and he's doing it too. He's out there swinging his dick around, ready to put it on you. And then if you like that, in you. And if you like that, you can have his children. We're bringing it back.
Nothing attracts the ladies quite like that, I tell you.
We're bringing it
Oh,
back.
God.
We're bringing sexy back. Got my sexy on. Bringing the sexy back. I stake it. I shake it in your face. And you know it's so true.
Oh,
It's
God.
like Beauty and the Beast. But
Right?
I am the
Okay,
beauty.
that's enough. That's please stop. Please stop. Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, that
Thank you.
yikes.
Yeah. Yikes squared.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's a true freaking stalker. I'm
He
sorry.
thinks, and he honestly thinks that he's funny, and he thinks that this is professional stuff.
That's not professional. Sorry.
that's the complete opposite of professional.
Exactly.
I mean, hell, it only took it took a minute and a half before we had to tap out there, so that pretty much says it all.
Wow.
Yeah, his is a big rabbit hole for sure. I've been just learning about him for about the past year or so. Those goons that I was telling you about, there's a Discord community. They're all super cool people. They answer any questions that you have, and they're very supportive. When people are doing the different coverage. So I got to give props to the community for that. There are a lot of nice people.
Yeah.
They're like us. They're just regular folks who can't believe this shit exists.
But it do. It do.
It do,
It
man.
does.
Jeez,
You see it outside of YouTube, you're like, oh lordy, what am I getting myself into?
Y'all are the real champions for enduring that last video, even though we can only go so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that you don't have nightmare from it.
Oh lordy. The only part that I probably have nightmares from is, oh my god, the house.
I've covered them so much I have to become immune, and that's pretty sad. But it's like Cyrax and those other horror cows, just the one disgusting ones. You see some stuff.
Sidetrack kicked off the internet again.
There was a video he did where one of the things he would always do when he would get mad and yell at people is he'd drop his pants and pull out his unit.
Right.
It is what it is. But let's just say that one night he did that and he took the stylus from his phone and I'll let you figure the rest out. Right. Like normally where a catheter might go, I won't say anymore.
Yeah, don't say no.
No. But
no.
all that I got to say is he did it live. That's all we'll put out there.
Oh god. Because I know his
Shucks, and I
grandmother
missed
took
that
everything
episode.
away from him.
Shit.
Be happy you did.
Oh lordy. Dude, and here I thought Niles was bad. Yeah.
There's another guy that's like that named Andrew Ditch. who is a diaper furry, and of course, as with all these furries, he got caught. You know the one I'm talking about, Paul? He got caught being inappropriate with an underage person.
Oh.
Yep. There's Pamper Chew, who is also a diaper obsessive. This guy actually keeps used diapers and reheats them and wears them.
Nice.
Mr. Pisshair, the guy that
you.
keeps
I was
urine.
taking a swig of my drink.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, yeah. If you're eating and drinking, probably I shouldn't have said anything. But I just bring that up as an example of the weirdness.
Damn. See, more fucking weirdos on the internet than anything now.
They really are, Jay. Like it.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend, you know, she's into some of the internet weirdo stuff, but I'll share some of these things as they go along, and she's just like, "Holy crap! The rabbit holes of some of these freaks go so deep." I said, "Yeah, it's these people are different."
Yeah.
I think there's a game streamer named DSP who's much like this, and the way I told somebody, I said, "This guy is like cell phone awareness in a vacuum. Like they're so cell phone aware because they don't care what anybody says, and they're online all the time. So they don't have people in real life, you know, that might stop them or have that heart to heart where it's like, dude, you need to do something else with your spare time."
Yeah.
But you know, if those people existed, we wouldn't have half the fun we have online, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, thanks for humoring me there and watching that material.
Oh, you're welcome. Actually helped us out since there wasn't any bunch of people that wanted to come in and play trivia.
But yeah, that notebook program we were looking at the top of the stream there helps to keep track of all this nonsense. You know, since they've had to watch every single video that you find, you can just feed it into that notebook and it'll, you know, compile it with the rest of the info.
Yeah, I just want to be careful in the doxing and stuff.
Oh yeah, the bankruptcy thing. I've showed it on my stream, but yeah, there's there's stuff that's redacted, but there's still PII all over that. You don't want don't want that running just to be safe, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to show any doxing or anything like that. I mean, everything's out there about emo now. I mean, that's a different story.
Yeah, and what's funny about, you know, not touching the poop was talking about earlier, we were one day emo was gone, he was live and I was doing my stream, so we were restreaming him. And during that time he was in a Walmart there in his town in Maine. And some people in the chat like, you gotta call Walmart and say there's a crazy guy talking to his phone. I'm like, no. I said, I'm not gonna interrupt the guy's life. I'm not getting involved at that level. We're just here to laugh, you know, poke fun and have a good time. When you take it to that, like you were saying earlier, where people call people's jobs.
Yep.
And for no reason, like, you know, they weren't wronged. They weren't getting, you know, they weren't doing what we would call revenge. Like we would say, oh yeah, you were right to do that.
That was stupid because then when people get a job, they want to, and a lot of times they're fault, but they use that program, they find them, and then they call that job up and get them fired. And it's like, what sense is that?
Yeah, with the background lookups, before I had my last job, what I've always done before I've gotten work is, you know, you can pay like $20 a month or whatever for these background check services. I just check myself, you know, make sure all my records look good.
Right.
At one point, you know, I had to get clearance for like DOD work, and you want to make sure there are no surprises. But what I found that was a surprise is, you know, with these background stuff, they also attach what they think are your known email addresses. So if you got a channel where you had the same email in your contact me for a while or whatever, you'd be surprised. You go to these sites, you punch in just the email address, and boom, all of a sudden you've got someone's profile with their credit history, the known phone numbers, last 5 addresses, you know, relatives and possible friends. Just Doxapalooza. Everything is right there to fully dox them, and all you had was an email address.
And that's where it gets dangerous because it could be something else.
Absolutely agree. And all that is just too much.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Tiger Lily, what's going on?
Hey, baby.
Hey, Cindy. How you doing?
Hey, Cindy.
All right, Paul, what kind of cookies you got there, brother?
Raisin oatmeal.
Ooh, you are my you and I are good friends now for that reason. I can trust a man who eats oatmeal raisin. It's good that you waited till after the videos to eat it, though.
There's no way I
Yeah.
could have ate it. Watching that shit.
It goes from like, "Hey, dinner's on in 30 minutes" to "I don't think I want dinner tonight."
Oh man. I'm glad I just ate earlier and took my antibiotic early.
Yeah, I finished like I did one bite. I had one bite left when you started talking about showing the house.
Oh,
I hurried up and finished.
Oh lordy.
oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Warning: these videos may turn your stomach. Whoops.
Yeah.
I should have put my graphic thing up.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Aw, kitty, kitty, kitty. Look at that one.
Mr. Fluffy
yeah.
Butt,
Aw, how old?
5 years old.
Aw, that's a good year.
Feral rescue.
Aw, I do some volunteer work for a no-kill cat shelter. I clean cages and stuff because I don't mind
Bless
doing the
you.
jobs nobody else wants.
Bless
you know?
you. Bless you.
Yeah, exactly. I had a cat for 15 years, and she passed. It happens, but a few months later, I got a new one, and she's now 2.5, and we're connected at the hip. She likes to
there's
eat when I eat and all that stuff.
That's great. There's a constant supply.
Yeah,
Cats that need homes.
they really
my cat
are.
acts like a dog. My cat acts like a dog.
They're smart
But
like that.
And it's funny is, I can sit there and eat and walk away. She will not touch my plate.
That's how mine is. Like, she likes to smell the food that I cook, but only wants cat food and cat treats.
Yep.
That's good that your cat is like that too.
Yeah, I do have a picture on my phone. If it's there, or it's probably, yeah, it should be there.
Hey, Everett.
B-Rad's back. He needs bag of treats.
Yep.
Look at that. That cat has a chest
That's
like
our
mine, a white chest.
mascot.
Oh.
That's our mascot. He's always in the streams with us.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, hey, Everett.
I would have the birds in, but I got things to ring a little bit, just a little bit.
Little Everett, yodel yokum, hello and yodel hee hoo.
Hey Everett, yodel hee hoo.
Scott, you look like you're worn out, man.
No, I'm bored.
You're being such a good boy.
He's been there. What? You've been there almost all day.
Oh, really? Are you at home?
No.
No, I wish.
Oh, on the road. I got you.
Yeah, the Peterbilt.
Oh, that makes sense now.
See right
About the
there.
TV and all.
Yep.
I
There's,
can control it now that no one's in here. Turn the TV down. I just
When I
had
get-
it muted because I didn't know if because there's people in here and I didn't know if anyone was watching it or what.
Right.
I got you. Yeah, normally when I go traveling down the interstate, if I got to go ways, I love stopping at truck stops, and I like the TA ones in particular. And I was surprised. I know, right? I messed that one up.
Freudian slip there, son.
The Hugs and Jugs truck stops. But it's really
There you
cool because
go.
I didn't realize that they had the lobbies, the little home theater type room where you can relax, you can rent the shower, and it's just
Yeah.
neat hanging outside, having a cig, and talking to the drivers and stuff. It's really
yeah.
cool.
In a big ass store, anything you possibly would never see anywhere else, it's in that store.
And the current CB technology is just amazing. They got Bluetooth access, digital
Yep.
channels.
Mm-hmm.
You still use CB pretty regularly, Scott?
A little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's like my friend. It's like he has the CB on for like if there's anything, you know, if he hears anybody saying, hey, there's whatever here, if he's on the same road. That's what basically my best friend's husband does.
Well, that's
Yeah,
cool.
the cops love to troll people on the CBs and say, "Oh yeah, we're clearing down to the 15 and hammer down, buddy," and till somebody spots it and goes, "Yeah, there's a radar trap." You know, smoke.
We said when we lived in Florida years ago. My stepdad had a base station in our house, and we were probably not too far from like 95, maybe 10 miles, or no, 5 miles.
That's the action. Yep.
And it was
95.
cool. Yeah, it was neat. Just saying, hey, we made up our own nicknames, and we just say what's up to the truckers. We didn't play any jokes or anything. Just say,
Right.
hey, see what's going on. What you hauling.
Yeah, my handle used to be Unicorn 71 on there.
What was it?
Unicorn 71.
I like that.
You don't want to know what my handle was.
Is it safe? Is it safe for stream?
It's safe for GP. It was Burnmaster. And people go, "How'd you get that?" I say I work in HVAC. I'm a furnace specialist.
There you
In
go.
reality, I was a bong specialist.
Oh wow!
Awesome.
So, my last name almost sounds like that. So a friend of mine said, "Hey, you're the blah blah blah." I said, "Oh, okay."
I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah, it was bygone years. Tommy, you've had
Yeah.
enough.
I can't even remember back in the day. You couldn't use Channel 9 because that was the public safety channel.
My father-in-law, he on the CB handle, he went as Hawaiian.
Hawaiian?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yep, because he did live in Hawaii and stuff.
Oh, very cool.
He has family. He has family over there too, so he has some family there yet. His mom passed away a couple years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. But his mom was funny. She never knew she had a grandson, and yeah, that was awesome. It's like getting like an old family, like a family reunion. And we're gonna try to go out to visit her, and when we found that out, it's like shit. But yeah, that's one place that is on my bucket list. I do want to see, but not right now with all the volcanoes going off over there.
Oh yeah, I heard that Mount Kilauea erupted.
Yep. Yep, that one erupted now. Yep, it's because the way the earth is shifting.
Yeah, the Earth, Mother Earth's burping through the plates.
Yep.
It's got to come up through the plates.
Yep.
That's what it do.
That's what it do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it do.
There was one, wherever they had a pretty big eruption. I think it might have been Iceland or wherever within the last couple of years here. They flew drones over it and got footage, from the top, and it's amazing. Like, it's crazy to see it in action because, of course the magma is hot, but people don't realize just how hot.
Yeah, well, they had a
Yeah, I
frickin',
think they're smarter in Iceland than they are in Hawaii when it comes to getting close to flows and
but
stuff.
they have a camera like right on the mountain where the on Kilgore or whatever that island name is over there.
Kilauea?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
But that one's erupting, and they have a camera sitting right up on top of there, away from where it won't get hit with the lava.
Yeah, it's like 18 miles away. Like they have for Mount Popo in Mexico. They have a 24-hour cam for that one.
That
So I think
one,
if you're
yeah.
within like 100 to 200 feet, or actually within like 500 feet of the volcano, it could be in excess of 1,000 degrees or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
The gas that kills you, like in
Oh,
Pompeii.
yeah.
It's the gas that settles. It's heavier than air, so it's bad. So if the lava doesn't get you, the gas will.
Yeah,
Depending on
and over at
downwind.
Yellowstone, they're about ready to erupt. They got the cameras on them pretty tough.
Just
You
make
definitely don't
just
want to
make
play
it
with that
quick.
stuff.
Lord, just make it fast. Don't
Was it
fuck around.
Pompeii?
Make it quick, whatever it is. If it's that Astra, what is it? That spaceship, comet, asteroid that
Yeah.
Hell
they've
Bob?
been following. No, it's called Atlas something. It's like 3/Atlas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go on. There'll be like 40 videos on YouTube about it. They've been
It's supposed to come by Earth. They're
tracking
hoping
it.
not. They're hoping that it doesn't hit Earth, but it's gonna skim
Yeah,
by pretty
let's
damn
hope
close.
because it's fucking huge.
That was it. Was it in Pompeii back in the day when Mount Vesuvius erupted? Years later when they were digging through the
Yeah.
rubble, they found people that were just
Oh
perfectly
yeah,
preserved.
just frozen in
Mhm.
time. Yep.
Kind of freaky.
Yeah, real freaky.
Freaky Tuesday, y'all. Yeah, we can see how freaky it is because just look at Scott's expression on his face. Watching this movie.
No, I'm just
Yep.
playing solitaire while I'm talking to you guys.
Okay. What's your fastest time?
Well, I'm playing
Let's
Free Cell.
Oh, okay. That spider shit and all the things with the pyramid of no.
Oh, I
It's,
like those.
Mm-hmm. I like them too.
like the single card, row of 8 or whatever, and
But it's
you'll
funny
know
with
in
you.
like in the first minute. I know if I can win the game by going through the loose cards and go. I need a 7 of clubs or something. A dark 7 to finish this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
No, it ain't happening. So. But guess what? Froggy says she wins every solitaire game. And I laughed. I went, ha 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 ha. Yeah,
That
sure
can't
you
be.
do.
No one
Yeah,
can
but
do
you have to
that.
go on the cheating part.
Yeah.
When you make up the cards that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But not the computer shit. You ain't gonna beat that every time.
Hell
Can't
no.
cheat on that.
Oh my god, Hum Along and Scott last night they were playing blackjack. Oh my god. That dealer was being nasty.
There's dirty cheater computer dealers, man.
They are. Like, it was what would happen over and over again. Scott and I were noticing this is, I got 14, let's say, for instance, and every single damn time I pulled the 10. And there was one hand where I think Scott and I had 5 cards each, 4 or 5 cards apiece. And somehow the dealer got 3 2s and 2 5s. Like the odds of that have to be astronomical.
Yeah, or you have a pair of kings and it gives like 5 cards, exactly 21.
Exactly. Yep.
And they go,
And from what I was noticing too, was just he and I players are just two human players and the computer player. It seemed like the dealer's play strategy was to make sure at least one person lost.
right.
Yep.
And they pay. What's nice too is they pay 3 to 2 on blackjack. So like I usually put $200 a bet. I got immediate blackjack. You win 300. And the dealer has to stand has a soft 17. So if the dealer hits 17, they can't go any
Right.
further.
Right.
And have to hit on 16.
Absolutely.
Some
Yep.
rules. Yeah. So,
And yeah, that's the wager there is like you think, okay, are they going to go bust?
Yeah, if you have a good card, if you got a good card showing, let the fucking dealer bust. If you got a face card like 12 or something, but the king is showing. It's this guy's got 20. I've got 12, so boom. Usually works.
Yeah, that's not a bad strategy. But after every hand, we were just cursing the dealer. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
I think at one point
Dealer
Scott's like, I've had
hell.
enough of this crap. Just stepped away from the table.
Ay ay. It was funny last night.
It's fun to play like a post game type thing, in the evenings.
Yeah.
No, I'm at Humphreys. I don't know where. There was the two guys that went out. I don't know where they went to. Yeah, the other one here, I think he stepped outside or something.
Turn it up here.
We hit our 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yep.
All right. Last words, Paul.
Tig old biddies. Changing up from the other one. Tig old biddies, yeah.
I like it.
Why not? That's it.
Come along.
I just want to second what Paul said. Take a biddies. Thanks, y'all, as always, for coming out, and hope y'all enjoyed the quick little detour to the GG world there. So that's all I got. Thanks as always. Thanks for every one of y'all that comes up on panel too. Always have a good time.
Nice.
And he will be live Saturday. We're doing like we did last Saturday, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and warning, if you watch the GG stuff here, we're going to do some of the disgusting moments, which won't be physically disgusting, but he is revolting by default. So, trigger warning.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. I better get
keep an eye
super
out for
fucked
that
up
one.
before I come on. So I can deal
Pre-game.
with
Absolutely pre-game, and it will be
it. Pre-game that
hilarious.
shit. Oh,
Okay.
Reiki.
All right, everybody. Love and hugs. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Next time.
Now,
Next
Scott,
time.
Scott's
Next
last word.
Hey,
Jen goes before me.
Oh, my bad, brother.
take
And
two,
remember just to keep an eye out. Just, you never know what's going on. And be safe on those YouTube streets. Go ahead,
And-
Scott.
Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this. Yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out of here as soon as we're done. I mean,
That-
after.
That's
I'm not
normal
crazy
for
about
you.
YouTube.
That's normal. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this. If you have, hit that like, share, subscribe, and keep an eye out for us tomorrow at the same time, same place. It's a different day. It'll be tomorrow. So, peace out. We love y'all. Talk at you later. Bye.
Take care, everybody.
All right.
Neon sign blinks out the time. Another Saturday night is done. Trucker Tiger Lily's voice fades low beneath the setting sun. Plastic cups and peanut shells, the table's starting to clear. Polly hums a quiet tune, chasing away the last fear. We watched the fireflies dance outside, felt the highway rolling on. Guess it's time to put our boots on before the cold light of dawn. Hugs and jugs, the lounge is quiet. Hear the final call chime. Finish up your bourbon sweet. We'll see you next time. Monday through Saturday, 4 p.m. sharp. You know where to find the light. Safe drive home, friends. We will wish you all a good night. Remember hitting like and share, keeping the connection strong. Every comment, every cheer is where we truly belong. From upstate miles and dusty roads, we gather round the screen, sharing stories, sharing load, feeling safe and sane. The bar stool's scrape, the door swings wide, one last wave across the floor. But the music lingers deep inside, always wanting something more. Hugs and jugs, the lounge is quiet, hear the final call chime. Finish up your bourbon sweet, we'll see you next time. Monday through Saturday, 4 p.m. sharp, you know where to find the light. Safe drive home, friends, we wish you all a good night. Till the next hello, keep that memory warm, friend, let the good times flow. The road is long, but the destination's bright. We appreciate you hanging out with us all night. Hugs and jugs, the lounge is quiet, hear the final call chime. Finish up your bourbon sweet, we'll see you next time. Monday through Saturday, 4 p.m. sharp, you know where to find the light. Safe drive home, friends, we wish you all a good night. See you next stream. Hit that notification bell. Drive safe now. Hear the steel guitar call. Good night, y'all. Good night, y'all.